Thank you for being here. Let's get this cooked up. And let's see if you guys can hear me well. If you can hear me and see me okay, please put it in the chat. I'm pulling it up now on my PC. I hope a moderator is in the house while I'm doing this computer business. There never be another love. I was just listening to that song. We are lying here, oh, for the first time, you and I. Okay, the chat is coming up, guys, and you can tell me in a minute if you can hear me. Okay, I see the chat. Can everybody hear me okay? Thank you, Yankee Sister, for being here. My Renaissance Grandma is here. Salon Diva V, Home and Garden. Grandmama Grows, our lovely moderator. Andrea Lucas from Tacoma, Washington is here. Sifting some soil and more. Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead is here. Chimos Farm. My daughter, Miss Kia Parks. My internet daughter, let's see. I think I got everybody. Nope. Pescatarian Gardener, Miss Lorraine T is here. Duval City Girl Gardener, TLC is in the house. And Bobby Wilson is here. And Andrea let me know that you all can hear me just fine. Great. Okay. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more, as long as you don't see the top of my PC. And Miss Ellen Pankey is here. Cassandra South Fulton Garden is in the house. And my moderator, Grandmama Grows, is asking everybody to please hit the like button. On my end, I see 24 people and only 15 in. Now, I do recognize that it's a holiday. It is Labor Day. And so I, figured maybe a lot of people wouldn't come in today, but they can watch the replay. Lolita Edwards is here. Mike's Chaotic Gardening is here. C. Thomas is in the house. And Growing with Hudson is in the house. Thank you at Home with Cherie for being here. And I think I spoke to Lolita Edwards. If I didn't, hello to you too, my dear. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is explain to anybody that's new to the channel, if you can't put a comment in, it is because you're not a subscriber. So make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notification so that next week you'll be able to ask questions when I tell you that it's time. And you can also leave in a comment section your question, and I'll try to answer it. If it's too long, I'll take it up during one of my Monday night live chats. Okay, so now I am going to pull up my notes. You guys know I always study and prepare for you all, and if I don't, I'll let you know. And I did this week, in spite of me being very super busy getting the house ready to rent. I'm not doing a lot of the physical work, but I have to be there. And I'm busy being instrumental, moving what I can of the herbs and plants and bushes or vines that I can pick up myself to move over here to my new location. And then I'm busy taking pictures and stuff of what I want the movers to give me an estimate on. Now, so just very quickly, let me just say that if you're new to the channel, I have lived in my home for 31 years. I'm mortgage free. It's paid off. It's going to be a little bit too much for me. And under the, I'm going to say, guidance or suggestion of my children for me to live a longer, more healthier life, I need to cut some stuff out. And so housework is one of them, and the large food forest. So I'm going to have a smaller version of the food forest here. And I've been telling you during my vlogging videos what I'm taking and what I'm leaving, and how I'm growing food at both locations so that the tenants can have some fresh food as well. But whoever I rent it to, whether it's Airbnb or just regular tenants, they'll know that I will let them know when I'm going to go over there and do some maintenance in the food forest. But eventually the food forest will only have fruit trees, vines, and bushes, except for a few seasonal crops in a couple of raised garden beds, because I'm moving all of the containers. So let's get right into it. I want to welcome everybody here. I've explained several times what's going on with me. And I want you guys to know that I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart sticking with me while I go through this transition. It's going to be a lot of fun because I have a blank canvas to work with. And I'm going to tell you something that happened real quick. I always keep saying real quick, but that's just, I'm a creature of habit. Yesterday, rain wasn't in the forecast yesterday morning. And then around 2 o'clock, the weather forecast changed, and we got a thunderstorm with high winds. And I rushed downstairs as fast as I could and went out and covered up some of the small seedlings and put them up under what's going to be my potting table. And I was very happy that I took into consideration that we can get those high winds and thunderstorms at any time when I put a row of tree saplings and herbs on the high, it's not that high, about 4 feet ledge. And something told me to put some bricks, to butt the containers close together like this, real close, so that they can have some stability. And then Brian and Bree and I, my grand angels, my daughter's children, we put 4 bricks, heavy bricks, heavier than the ones that I use, on each side. And also it had a windbreak. Now guys, I want you to remember windbreak because it's part of the topic that I'm going to talk about tonight. The windbreak was the fence that separates their property with the neighbor's property. So I've got video footage, and I will drop that video tomorrow morning so you can see how high the winds were. You'll see the trees just swaying like the branches were going to break. And my poor little saplings, man, I thought they were going to snap, but they didn't get damaged. Some of the stuff was thrown around the backyard, patio furniture, and umbrella. But luckily I got out in time and got everything up under the tables and put a rug over it to block the wind. So keep in mind, when you're moving to a new location, try to have some windbreaks, and I'm going to talk about other windbreaks that you can have in the yard. So yeah, by me having a blank canvas, this is allowing me this period of growing seedlings and transitioning over here, it allows me to see, because this window right behind me, I sit and look at that outside and I see where the sun hits the backyard at certain times of the day, and I'm strategically planting or positioning things so that I know what I need to put in the shady areas or the areas that get direct sunlight all day. Because you all know we went through a harsh, brutal summer. I'm smiling because I saw a short video, and I want you all moderators to put hands in the dirt up. He had a short video. If you have time to go look on his page and just link that particular video where he's traveling, I think he was in Dallas, and he's saying, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and he was saying, man, I used to live in Oklahoma, which is not that far from Texas. He said, but it is hot. Now, what he was calling hot, we're saying, thank you, Jesus. 95, 96 degrees. That's not hot to us because we went up to 109. So I put some laughing faces and emojis, and I told him, so now you understand what we were going through with the brutal hot summer. It did a number on a lot of us, of our gardens. I'm going to look back at the chat again to see what people are saying. Glad you didn't have any damage. Thank you, Lorraine. And Mike, Chaotic Garden, said, yeah, he said it's hot. And everybody's speaking to each other. Odom's Homestead is in the house. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Grandmama Grows. Talking about that Hands in the Dirt video where he's talking about is really, really super hot. Brother, that's cool. What you were calling hot wasn't nothing. What we call hot is you walk outside and it just seems like it just take your breath all the way. And you feel like you're going to pass out. 109, 108, 107. We had like 65 days in a row with at least 104 or above. So, you know, if you can make it through those difficult times, you are thankful and conscientious of the good times. Because, like right now, to me, it's not hot. Okay? In fact, they keep their house so cool. You can see I've got on a long sleeve type of t-shirt dress because, but I'm sweating because of this hat, but I'm not really hot. I'm just rushing around at the last minute, you know, but they keep their temperature at a certain degree, and they keep it like that. I had to put a little blanket on my bed. So anyway, I want to announce the classes that are coming up. Okay, no questions. Everybody's just still speaking. Okay, good. Hey, Veggie Farm Garden, and Lala is here, and TLC in the garden. Let me look at my Word document. Okay, we have a class coming up. You know the classes are on Zoom. They're on a Sunday. They're always at noon. The dehydration class is more lecture. I probably will demonstrate how to use a mandolin and show you the dehydrator that I use. And then it's more lecture and telling you about degrees and pre-treatment. And that dehydration class is Sunday, September 18th. You have to at least be a member of the Eat Your Own Perk Club. Okay? Eat Your Own Perk Club. And if you're in the Make Your Own Products Club, you can attend that one too. And all you have to do is email me. And on the 25th of September, which will be the following Sunday at noon, we're going to deep dive into essential oils. Now, I've taught or instructed the essential oils and carrier oils and natural oils before, but I've never gone into a lot of detail about the majority of the essential oils that are popular. So if you've attended that first class, you're welcome to come back and get the essential oil class Again, because it's going to be very instrumental in you formulating your handmade products. And you have to be a member of, like I said, the Make Your Own Gardening group. Make Your Own Products group. Sorry. Y'all know I'm 68. And I keep forgetting stuff. So, 2 classes coming up. Briefly, I'll remind you again, they're always on a Sunday. They're always at noon. Email me, you want to attend the class. I'll send you the link. The Wednesday, let me back that up and say, because I've been busy, the Thursday before the class. And I do that for a reason, because once it was changed. So I want to make sure that you get the correct link. And then, so that's dehydration on the 18th, essential oils, product knowledge on essential oils on the 25th. And if you want to join my groups, I would like for one of the moderators to please put up the link if you want to join any one of the groups. But if you're on your PC, you can join by clicking on the $ right up under the chat. The live chat. Okay? And there are a lot of people that are coming to the classes. I'm very happy that I'm going to be instrumental. Hey, Andale, thank you for being here. Miss B. Washington, thank you for being here. And helping with the formulating your products that you plan to sell, or some of you are just making it for your family. And if you go to my website, if someone would put that up for me, please, you read my bio, you'll see how I learned a whole lot about making products through being a beauty school instructor and director and working in a chemical manufacturer where we made hair products and makeup, and some of it was natural and some of it was chemical, and I was the assistant to the chemist, and I worked in the research and development lab. So I learned a whole lot, and not knowing that I was going to use this knowledge later on. And very quickly, I just want to tell you, while I was going through treatment for breast cancer in 1992, the ointments that the doctors recommend for me to use on the skin, you know, that had to recover from radiation therapy and chemotherapy, I kept breaking out and blistering. So I called Abdullah Lala. He was the chemist that worked at that manufacturer. And he gave me a list of ingredients, natural things that I could find at my local health food store. And that's how I started formulating the cream that I used during my recovery. And then I found out that it worked very well for eczema and other little skin rashes, and I just kept researching and improving, and so I came up with my shea butter cream. Now this is my own personal use, okay? So I'm opening it up without gloves, and you can see it's almost gone, because I want to share it with you, because that is what is on special for the month of September. Now, I'm still making products at my home, okay? Until I completely move out of there, I won't have any products here. But I want you to see that this cream is not a whipped cream. It is not fluffed up with a lot of air. It's very concentrated. And I'm putting my fingers in it because it's my own personal product. And I'm going to put it on my wrist so that you can see the very small amount. And you rub it in, and it actually penetrates your skin. It doesn't lay up on the surface like a petroleum jelly or mineral oil, which is a derivative of petroleum. Or quat, a quaternary ammonium compound that just makes your skin feel soft, the first layers of your skin, which is the epidermis, but it doesn't penetrate and go inside. This does. And if somebody would put the link, one of my, hey, best yet, and hi, Lioncrest Outdoors, if somebody would put the link to the special page, and some of you have ordered it already. You have checked my website, and you know I have a new special every month. And I used to do it every week, but it was just working me to death. And so now I'm not to death, but working me too hard. And so now I do one product per month, and it is Cheryl's Creamy Body Butter. And it also works on your hair as well, and it contains a lot of moisturizing ingredients like shea butter, avocado butter, mango butter, great essential oils and carrier oils that don't clog your pores or your sebaceous glands that secrete your natural oil. So if you're a person that has oily skin, then you will only need to apply it on your elbows, your knees, the back of your heels, your knuckles, any dry areas. You do not need to put it on your face. Now, the shea butter is very light, as I just demonstrated. So if you have very dry skin, you can use it also on your face. But what's so wonderful about it is so light in consistency that you can use it as a natural grooming agent for natural curly hair or wavy hair that has not been processed with a chemical hair relaxer or a perm. Okay, so you can use it all over your body. If you have oily skin, I do not recommend that you put it on your face. It can clog your pores and cause you to have blackheads or mealy whiteheads. Okay, so but you can use it around your eye area because there are no sebaceous glands that secrete sebum or natural oil there. And that is why that is the first place that women, I'm going to get up closer so you can see me, to get those wrinkles in here. Now, I have sinus issues and allergies, so I have that little puffiness around here, but it would be worse if I wasn't doing things to make it better. But I don't have, to be a 68-year-old woman, I don't have those crow's feet because I don't put soap on my face, I don't dry my skin out, and I use a moisturizer, okay? And I use this shea butter right around my eyes. And I want to show you something, guys. If you notice, I didn't say I rubbed it that way. The law of gravity, you're going to lose elasticity in your skin, the ability for your skin to stretch and go back. But if you constantly rubbing your eyes the wrong way, which is this way, from your nose to your outer corner of your eyebrow, you're gonna have more bags here. But if you pat just a little dot of your cream from your edge of your eyebrow or your eye area and go toward your nose. That's how when I was instructed, that's how I made my students remember it. Go toward your nose and not away from your nose, okay? Because you will break down the skin and it will start to sag, okay? And women, we have less muscles in our face than men do, and we will sag faster. Now, I wish it was something I could tell you all to how to tighten this up in here, but I don't know nothing other than to do this. Up and out. Up and out. I don't know anything getting rid of this unless I have some type of surgery. Man, I saw something on TikTok the other day where they were taking thread and stitching it into the muscle and then bring that thread all the way up and come out like, 4 inches away, and then they tighten it up like that. Oh, it looked painful. It looked like it was bruised. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, so many things that people are doing now to make themselves look better. I personally want to be like my mom. She aged gracefully. And she looked younger than her years because she took care of herself. She didn't do a lot of excessive drinking, or she didn't smoke. She might have had a glass of wine or something on a holiday. Because when you smoke, you see how you squinch all that up and you put those marks in here. Now, I do have the parentheses, and I'm going to get off this subject in a minute because I can go on and on about cosmetology because, you know, I love it. But I want to be like my mom, and I want to age gracefully, and I don't want to break before my time. And when I say age gracefully, I'm not talking about just the way my skin looks. I'm talking about how I dress and how I carry myself. Because to me, one of the craziest things, and I've been seeing it on TikTok, women saying they don't look 70. Yes, you do. It'd be something about the way the booty drops, the way they move or whatever. You don't need to try to put these teeny bopper clothes on, even though because you're skinny, to prove that you don't look your age. Because to me, an older woman who dresses inappropriately, and men too, to try to dress too young for their age, even though the body may be able to wear a certain size, you still look your age to me. There was a lady in the mall that used to walk the mall where I had my largest salon for almost 10 years in a mall. I said that already. And she was probably about 80. She wore like a cheerleader outfit, and the socks that come to the knees, and the little shoes, and the little pleated skirt. And the lady was about 80 years old, could barely walk. But in her mind, I guess what she saw in the mirror made her happy, and, you know, hey, to each his own. But I thought, wow, she would look much better if she would dress appropriately for her age. And Miss Auntie Ellen says, wait till y'all get 74. Hey, man, you do look wonderful. And Grandmama Grove says, my mother and daughter were into cosmetology, skipped over her. Okay. Somebody said, not the booty. Yes. The bootay had dropped all the way down. She didn't have, what's this thing everybody getting, the BBL, the butt lift or whatever. Some of it is just too much. It's just too much. And we were talking about that when we were eating our dinner tonight. And Brian was saying that he saw some TikTok videos. His father said, what you doing? You don't have TikTok on your phone? He said, Dad, all you got to do is put it in the Google TikTok videos. And he said, okay, he going to put some restrictions on it. Because I was saying something about these women with all of this junk in their trunk, and they got like 4 spare tires and all of their groceries in the back. It's just too much. I don't know what people see in all of that, especially when your waist is this big and your legs are this big and the booty is that big. It just looks so weird to me, and then it just drops off real skinny. It's like, I mean, you know, it comes up in your news feed. You can scroll by, but it's really weird. Susie, how you doing? There must be one in every city. I know a lady that wears mini skirts and go-go boots. I'm telling you all, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I don't see these women with husbands or companions walking. They're walking by themselves. I didn't see that. It seems like every time I see a woman dressing inappropriately like that, they're single. Like this is what's going to get them a man. Hey, Bob Brownlee. Another thing I want to tell you is, and I'm going to move on, because I told you on this channel I'm giving you all some pearls. I don't like to see an old dude, I would say 35 and older, with his pants sagging, and you from all the way up under his butt, and you see his underwear. I don't understand that. For the life of me, I don't understand it. And when that fad came out, my boys didn't try it because my husband, superintendent of Sunday school, Deacon Moss, didn't play that crap. You gonna put a belt on your pants if they didn't fit, because you weren't gonna say. Now I can't tell you what they did when they went to school, but the school had a dress code policy, and you couldn't wear saggy clothes. But hey, peanut peppers, but I don't understand the theory behind showing your underwear. Now, from what I've read and what I've been told and the research that I've done, it said that it started in prison to distinguish who was gay and who wasn't. And then it streamed over into hip-hop, and somehow it became cool, but I think it's ridiculous. But anyway, that's my pearl from Cheryl, or pearls, plural, from Cheryl this week. Act your age and dress appropriately. Okay. So I've announced the classes. Hit me with an email, because you guys know my computer died, and it'll be a minute before I get another one. I'm using one of my son-in-law's computer right now down here. So drop me an email. I told you all last week I have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm going to do 2 months supply of seeds, and I will get them out by the end of the week. And I'll tell you what you're getting. You're getting moonflowers, those of you that want it, and those of you that emailed and asked me for some flowers. Even if you went in one of my perk groups, I'll send you those. A couple people may put orders in. I'm going to send you your seeds in your order. And you're also going to get okra and French marigolds. And I've talked a lot about French marigolds repelling insects and non-beneficial nematodes. And tonight I'm going to tell you why it's not too late for you to plant these seeds, because you can overwinter or do seeds or do winter sowing. So it's not too late, okay? So I promise you I'll get them out before the weekend. It may take you a few days to get it, because you know how the post is. Susan Hammond 66, thank you for being here. J3GS Farms, thank you. TLC in the Garden, and somebody else I saw I wanted to speak to. If I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Julia Anderson. That's who it was. Julia Anderson. Okay, so now I got the classes. I did the special. I told you all to email me because I don't have all of that information. If you're not sure if you're on the list for the seeds, send me seeds, address, and then I'll redo that on my hard drive and make sure that you get the seeds. Please, guys, do all this before Wednesday, because I know I'm going to be going to the post office. Okay. All right. Now is the time for all of my moderators and everybody that is in any one of the perk group. Hey, Jane, you know, I thought about you. I had to go back. I was trying to catch up on videos, and I said, James hasn't put no video out. So I went back to make sure that I hadn't missed one. So I'm glad you're okay, brother. Okay, so everybody, if you have a wrench by your name, you're a moderator. Or if you have an emoji like a pearl or a hibiscus plant, let's put your URL for your YouTube channel or your Facebook or your TikTok or your Instagram. One, but not all of them. Just one. Let's put them all together. Oh, Growing with Hudson saying some of y'all on the roof or in the attic. It's about 20 people down for hitting that thumbs up button. Now, I know some people will forget, because I have done it. I have, not on my own, I don't like my own chat, but I have walked into somebody's live chat and forgot to hit the button until somebody said it. Especially if you multitasking like I do a lot of. Okay? So, Grandmama Grows is putting up Yankee Sister. Oh, that is so sweet. And at home with Cherito, you ought to email me before Wednesday if you want some seeds. If you're in any perk group. And if you've ordered something, just say, put them in my order. Because don't forget, the body butter is on sale. You'll save money if you order it through the website on the special page. Okay. It's always a good reminder. Okay, I think everybody has put theirs up. Now, it's a new month. If you... Okay, we're still doing it. I might be a little bit behind on the chat. For some reason, I'm a little warm in here. But I know it's my hat I'm wearing, but I can't take it off. I'm transitioning. But, what was I going to say? Transitioning. Oh, it's looking good. We're getting everybody's URL up. Thank you, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Barb Brownlee's a wonderful moderator. She's in zone 5B6A. See, guys, when this is over and it's published, you can click it. That's what I was going to do. So once a month, thank you, Yankee sister. It's a new month, and if you've been with us for a while, and you want to put up your URL or you want to say something, now is the time to do it. Thank you, Yankee sister. She knew where I was going. Because I was saying it's a new month, because you get a shout out. And you have never seen me have a video that I've gone live and didn't publish it. I publish everything. Even when there was a troll and I couldn't block them or whatever, I still kept it up. Okay, I just want to make sure that anybody else want to put up a little notice about how long they've been in one of the groups. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to move on. No, Adam, with Cherie. Thank you. She said she's happy I saved my seedlings from the wind. I'm going to show you all tomorrow morning. And Karen Witherspoon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Bobby Wilson says she has the jacket to match my cap. Wow, I bet that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we just have someone to join. She joined, Miriam R joined the Grow Your Own Club. Wonderful. Let's welcome her. I see something on my blouse. Okay. Congratulations. We're happy to have you. Miriam, if you would look at the top of this chat, it's my email address. If you would email me, just let me know I'm new to your perk club, because YouTube doesn't give us the email addresses. And I got to build up my stuff all over again. Hey, Gina versus Gina. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to play a game, and then I'm going to go into my topic. Last week, and I want my moderators to put the, and there, if you would, the start and the stop and I know Growing with Hudson and, oh, and Dale been a member for 13 months. Thank you, Andale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you put your channel in, Andale. If you didn't put it in when everybody else did, just go ahead on and put it in now, okay? And anybody else that came in late that are in a perk group, please put your URL to your channel. We want everybody's channel to grow. Okay, now, last week, there was a question. And I'm going to tell you those people that won the seeds, oh, I wrote it down, but I'm not going to go into it. There was 2 questions about what was the bonus footage. Going forward, I'm going to have bonus footage in most of my videos. It may be in the beginning, it may be in the end, it may be in the middle, okay? And I'm going to ask questions about the bonus footage, and I'll be giving away seeds, because I bought a lot of seeds. I spent over $100 from with botanical interests before I had decided to move, and I can't possibly use all those seeds because I saved seeds. So I'm going to be giving those seeds away, okay? Now, you answered that it was Bria in the bonus footage. And you also answered she was doing cartwheels. And the question was, if somebody would put the start in here now, put start, please, Andale or Cherie or Grandmama Grows or Growing with Hudson or Barb Brownlee. There we go, Andale got it. The question was, how many cartwheels did Bria do? Nobody answered. If you can answer it tonight, I'll send you a pack of seeds. How many cartwheels? The Yankee sister said 25. Okay, I'm going to count to 10 and I'm going to stop. 1, 2, stop. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. G Mama Grows got it first. And it was 8. G Mama Grows got it first, and it was 8. Now, depending on where you came in during the live stream, you may think you had got it first, but I'm going by mine, and I started my stream on time, so it's Grandmama Grows. Everybody with me? Let's give Grandmama Grows a hand, please. Okay, I'm going to ask some more questions later. But now I'm going to get into my topic that I studied for you all for a couple of days on and off. Yankee sister said that girl did 25 cartwheels in a row. That is too funny. That is too funny. Okay, here we go. Now, a few weeks ago, I started talking about growing all year long. I've always recommended 4 Seeds in Gardening by _Coleman. That is the book that changed my life. And he has a new book out now, too. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm not going to do anything until I get everything moved out the house. And stuff I'm having redone and fixed in the house. I'm not going to spend money on that, but I will get his book later. But 4 Season Gardening by _Coleman, I recommend that everybody reads it if you haven't already. Even people who are in zones 4 and below. Yes, you can do winter sowing and you can start seeds in the winter. But right now, I want to bring to your attention what I discussed with you all a few weeks ago. I told you guys about how you can have frost cloths all over your PVC pipe or little wire hoops, or some I've seen people use hula hoops from the dollar store. Or I don't think it's no more dollar stores anymore, is it? I think it's $1.25 Century and Family Dollar, Dollar General. You can get those things like on clearance and you can cut them in half. I personally like the PVC pipes. And you take galvanized steel posts. And I made a community post about this. And I showed you all my little hoops over my raised garden beds. And then I told you to don't get the painter's plastic from Lowe's, Home Depot, or Walmart. You have to get 6 mil greenhouse beds. You can grow even though the temperature may get below 32 degrees or 28 degrees. Okay, because depending on how cold it gets, you could put Christmas decoration C9 and C7 lights inside of that bed. Won't burn your plants, and it'll warm it up too. So it'll get like 10 degrees colder, and you'll see that in Elliot Coleman's book. And if you put 2 layers of plastic on, you can lower the temperature about 15 degrees. And if you put the lights in, you can lower it by 20 degrees. Now, I'm not telling you what I've read. I made a community post showing you all what I did before I got larger greenhouses, or some people call them high tunnels, whatever you want to call them. I call it a greenhouse. Okay? That is what I did in the wintertime to grow food. Okay? Now, I also told you you can use burlap and you can use the frost cloths. And you can use the sheets that you have, that you're not using anymore, or go to the Salvation Army or a garage sale and get sheets. Just only thing you have to be leery of is you don't want the plastic to come in contact with the leaves, because most of us grow leafy greens and brassicas. We grow things like beets and carrots and turnips and rutabaga and cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, right? And all kinds of greens. You don't want those leaves to touch the plastic, like your collards, your mustard spinach, right? You don't want those leaves, because they will, once they hit that plastic, they will burn. They will get damaged, okay? And if it snows in your area, I got a few people popping into my head, the snow will even insulate it even more and keep it warmer, okay? So we talked about that. But the other thing that I want to talk about today is you can protect the roots of some of your plants, your perennials, with a thick layer of mulch and straw. That is how I overwintered my banana plants in my prayer garden. When I cut the plant down, I piled all of those pieces of the banana plants on top. And then I put a sheet and blanket and plastic on that and put bricks all around it, right? And my plants didn't die back all the way to the ground last winter. Okay? So you can use any other type of organic mulch, thick layers of straw. This will establish warmth over your plants. Another thing that you can do is, remember windbreak? Earlier when I was telling you about the thunderstorm that came up real quick, and I'm going to show you in the video. I'm pretty sure I'll drop it tomorrow morning or the next day, because I got a little more editing to do. Got to film the introduction and the closing. That's all, really. And if I can remember to do it tonight, then I'll upload it tomorrow. But the point I'm making is that ledge that had the fence separating the two properties, it acted as a windbreak and kept my pots from being thrown all around the yard. So I think that is going to be really good for me to do a ledge garden. Somebody told me that they did the same thing, but they had a problem because they were in a shady area. It didn't work out well. But like I told you, I've been looking out that window, and I've been seeing how where the shade comes in, and it's way down there toward the end. But the main part of that ledge that stretches across their whole backyard is sunny. So that means in the wintertime it's going to be great, but in the summertime I'm going to have to come up with a way to provide shade cloth. If this summer is any indication of future summers, we are going to have some shade. And the last thing I want to tell you about, another way you can garden in the wintertime is to create a hotbed. Anybody remember heard about a hotbed before? Let me get back to this chat. I'm gonna tell you what a hotbed is. I've done it. Hey, somebody saying growing with Jay. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And I see somebody else. Suzanne. Oh, I spoke to her. Hammond, 66. A hotbed is simply where you have an active compost at the bottom of a bed, and then you have your garden soil or your potting mix, a lot of a substantial depth on top of the compost. You see, in the center, if you layer your compost like lasagna, you know, with your browns and your greens, your carbons, and you all know all that. I can talk about that for hours about how to do compost. In the center of it, it's 140 degrees. So it would emit steam. And I'm going to tell you how I know this is so true. It's because I bought a thermometer. And I stuck it in there. And then I lost it. And then I went in the house one day and got my candy thermometer that I use for making my candles. And I stuck it in there. And I think I put that in the video. In the greenhouse. It might have been years ago, but it registered around 139, something like that. It was right at 140 degrees. So then when you have a whole lot of soil on top of that, then that will heat up the bed that you're growing in. As long as you're not growing things that have real deep roots, I recommend leafy greens, things that are going to grow forward, not things like turnips, rutabaga, carrots, beets, like that. So you can make you a hotbed. I saw some of y'all's videos. I can't remember whose video it was. I'm sorry, it escapes me. But I saw them where they started explaining in the video that they're putting food scraps right here, and then they're going to put soil on top of it, and they said they won't use it until the spring. And that was around the same time that I was researching hotbeds to bring to you all tonight. And I almost put it in the comments. Have you thought about this? It was a guy, because brother comes to mind. Have you thought about brother making that into a hotbed and growing you some collard greens right there? So if you don't thoroughly understand what I'm saying, Google how to make a hotbed. But you can put it on top of, you can start it off if you want to smother out some grass. You can put cardboard down. You can take you some bricks or some type of edgy material for your lawn and put your sticks and twigs and food scraps and old soil and build it up, kind of like a hugel culture, but not with logs, nothing that big. And then you can make you a hotbed, and you can grow in that hotbed. Okay? Thank you, Jay, for stopping by to show us some love. We appreciate that. Learning to grow my own. Thank you for being here. So those are the things that I wanted to, bring to your attention. Again, a tunnel, whether it's high or low, any type of cotton material, fleece material, burlap, frost cloths, 6 mil greenhouse plastic, a lot of wood mulch, straw mulch, and then, of course, last but not least, the hotbed. Are there any questions concerning these different ways that you can protect your crops during the winter? Are there any questions about this? And then I'm going to move on to the part 2 of my topic. It looks like there aren't any questions. I'll wait another minute. Use lots of nitrogen, folks. It will make that heat kick. Okay, sounds good to me. I do equal. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, so I'm moving on to part 2 of my... Thanks, James. I'm moving on to part 2. Now, summer is still here. I know people think it's fall because it turned to September, but it's still considered summer. And it's very hot here, still in the 90s. And this is the time where you want to start all your brassicas. And that'll be, everybody know what that is. Brassicas, your Swiss chards, your chicory, your Asian greens, your pak choy, tatsoi, all kind of choys. You can grow those. Spinach, winter lettuce, spring onions. There's a difference between spring onions and little bulbs that you put out. Carrots, beets, turnips, rutabaga, all this stuff. You all see I'm growing it all. Now, I told you all, I've been telling you all since the beginning of the summer that I was going to buy cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli, because I have not been successful at growing them from seeds because it's so hot and they burn up. Because like we said, we just got out of the hundreds. We down into the 90s. And then I saw a video where the young lady was talking about the price of starts. And then I called the garden centers in my area, and they were the same price, about $6 for a 6-pack. I said, no way. I am not paying $6 for a start. That means that little bitty start would be $1 each in a 6-pack. So I'm not doing it. So I went to my arsenal of seeds and I pulled out 2 cauliflower. Wait, let me back up. I'm sorry, guys, I'm missing a point. Then I went and looked in my grow room pantry to see how much chow I had. Okay, that's the weather. Did y'all hear that thunder? I went to see, still got a lot of chow left. And other than eating cabbage fresh, I don't make coleslaw because I can't have a lot of salt. So I said, well, I can get by one more year without the cabbage. But I need the broccoli and the cauliflower, just for my daily menu. So I went in my arsenal of seeds and found where a young lady by the name of Miss Debbie Epps gave me some early girl organic seeds for early girl cabbage. No, early girl broccoli. So I said, I don't need the cabbage. So I started those seeds the other day. And Stinky Puddle Ranch, they have a YouTube channel. I don't think they've been putting out any videos recently, but they sent me 2 types of cauliflower last year. A traditional one that is a beige, it's not a white, and then a purple Sicily. And I started those seeds. And I said, since I'm going to container gardening, I'll be able to pick them up and move them if we get real cold, if I can protect them, if we get something like 3 degrees like we did in 2020. I'm going to go ahead and start these seeds and say a prayer and hope that they work. Because I just refuse to pay $6 for a 6-pack of starts. I'm just not going to do it. Okay? Because I'm just not going to do it. It's just too much. So, if you're in a warm area, go ahead and start all of those things that I told you now, or check out my videos and other people's videos, and you'll see that I already started. My turnips, my beets. The only thing I haven't done is carrots, and I'm not going to do chicory. I don't need chicory. Another thing that you can grow even in the wintertime, you can grow winter peas, fava beans, and you can overwinter your garlic. It's time to be starting the garlic now. Okay, and you can grow this even if the snow is on top of it. Just mulch it with a heavy layer of straw, and then you rake it back in the spring, and I guarantee you it'll come up, because I do it every year. And so basically, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I was going to talk about. I also will tell you to put in the search engine for winter sewing. There's a young lady to spell her name the same way I spell mine, Cheryl, Cheryl. I think she was one of the first people that came up with winter sewing, and they used milk jugs. And they cut the milk jug open, they put their potting mix, they sprinkle the seeds, they tape it back up, they leave the opening of the top of the opening of the jug open, and they leave it out all winter long, and the seeds will germinate, and they stay warm in that milk jug. And if it snows on top of them, they stay even warmer. Okay, so that might be some things that you want to consider. I hope I helped somebody today. I hope something I said you all can use and will help you with your gardening. I'm saving my notes right now. And that was Grandmama Grows that won the prize. I'm going to take your questions, and then we'll ask you all a couple of questions, and we'll give away some more seeds. So at this time, do you have any questions for me? Any questions for me? And Grandmama Grows, thank you. She's right on it. Put it in all caps, everybody, and I'll answer your question, because you know I don't like to hold you all long. I try not to be on here no later than 8:15, and I try to really get out before then. Make sure you plant garlic in the area that you won't use for a while. You won't harvest the garlic until next year. Very good point. Thank you, Yankee sister. Very good. Looking for a question. I've been looking at getting garlic. Is it normally $13 to $18? Pescatarian garden, I grew my garlic from the grocery store. Organic garlic bulbs. It works. Do you know the name of Eliot Coleman's new book? No, I don't know, but if you put just what you put in there, Eliot Coleman's new book, Kia, and Amazon, it'll pop up. It'll pop up. That's okay. I use grocery store garlic. I don't buy all that expensive stuff. Anybody else? All caps. Yeah, I got thunder and lights and lightning going on out here where I'm in Texas and Sulphur Springs. Oh wow. My dearest friend in Texas, her name is Beverly Cannon. She was born and raised in Sulphur Springs. She's about 76 or 70, 75, 76 years old, retired school teacher. You're the first person that I've heard you say near Sulphur Springs. Okay. God's gift gardening is here. Thank you for letting them know, Miss Ellen, Auntie Ellen. Okay, if there aren't any questions, I'm going to play a game. That's a good thing when there are not any questions, because that means that I'm being thorough of what I'm going over. So thank you very much. I'll ask one question. Let's put it in, put the start in there, ladies. I'm going to plant garlic in a 10-gallon grow bag. How many segments per bag? Cloves per bag? I don't know. Just put them about 5 inches apart. Put a couple in the center. 10-gallon bag is pretty big. Just go 5 inches apart in a circle and then go and do another circle and maybe one bulb in the center. Suzanne says thanks about the milk jug. Very good. She's going to try it. Somebody kept telling me, you need to do it. You need to do it. I said, why do I need to do the milk jug thing and I got a greenhouse? I don't need to do that. And I do the hoop houses. But who knows? Now that I may not have a greenhouse over here, I may do a couple things in the milk jug. Who knows? I'll try it. And if I do, I'll take you all along step by step. Mike's Chaotic Garden says thanks. Thanks to what? Okay, I missed it. I'm going to plant garlic in a 10-gallon grow bag. How many seconds per gallon? Yeah, I would take one. I'd take a clove and I'll just go 5. This is about 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches, 5, and just do like a little spiral. You know what I mean? It'll be easy. Because it depends on the shape of your bag. And another thing, I wouldn't use a 10-gallon grow bag for garlic, because that's going to be pretty deep. And garlic doesn't get that big. I wouldn't use a 10-gallon bag. I'll use a 10-gallon bag on something like carrots, a long type of carrot or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't think I would use a 10-gallon because garlic, you could put that in a more shallow bag, container. Okay? That's just my opinion. Okay, so if somebody would put the start. Okay, God's gift to gardening. Do I have to start the garlic in water or just put the cloves in the soil? You can do it either way. And I'll tell you what I learned, and I learned this from Peanut Pepper. He got his garlic. He separated the cloves. He put it in a plastic baggie with a paper towel, and he sprayed the paper towel, or he wet it, or whatever. And then he put it in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks. And when he took it out, it had little roots. And then he put it into the soil. I tried it, and it worked. James said, that's all the garlic I've ever grown was from the farmer's market. Very good. Here in zone 4, we must plant our garlic about 5 to 6 inches deep and make sure it is hard neck. We can't do the warm client with the warm client gardeners do because it would freeze and rot. Yeah, that makes sense. 5 to 6 inches. Because I think a 10-gallon bag is, I don't know. If you're gonna do it outside and you go through a real rainy period, and I think that's what Cheryl is referring to, make sure you get hard neck. Because if you get the salt type of garlic and you got a whole lot of moisture in the bag, it's so big, it's retaining the moisture, it'll turn to mush. And that has happened to me before with turmeric. The rhizomes, I put them in a bag that was too big. And we get a real bad rainy period in Texas. I've told you this, guy, several times, like from February to April or sometimes May. It rains all the time. Okay? But that was a very good tip at home with Cheryl. Oh, Mike said he's going to put it in the storage tub and top it off with straw. Very good. And have a top if you need to. Okay, somebody put the start button. I'm going to ask a question for some seeds. We're only going to be on here for a few more minutes, like 6 more minutes. Please, somebody, put the start. Start, somebody. Please, please, please. I guess Andale left. If Grandmama Grove's still here, if you could put the start or question marks. Either one. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, please refrain from any more comments because I'm going to give away two packages of seeds. Here's the first question. What's the name of the child in the bonus video in my last video, the bonus footage? What's the name of the child? First person put the right answer. Thank you. C. Thomas is the winner. C. Thomas is the winner. Y'all can stop. It's Brian. It's Brian. A lot of people had Brian, but you're a little bit slow. Mike Chaotic Guardy said it auto-corrected. But it doesn't really matter, Mike. Yours came brown. But it doesn't matter. I would have gave it to you if it hadn't been several people ahead of you. C. Thomas won. Okay, at home with Hudson. At home with Hudson. Growing with Hudson. Please put down winner number 1, G Mama Grows. Winner number 2, C. Thomas. At this time, Growing with Hudson. And I have a special announcement for all of my moderators. If I've sent you something before with a label that was generated through the post office, I have your address. If I haven't, I'm asking you all to email me your physical address because I have a seed package for all of my moderators. So if I've ever sent you anything before with the label that I generated from the post office website, off the top of my head, I know I've done At Home with Cheryl, Growing with Hudson. I may have done Grandmama Grows. I know I've done Andale. I don't know about Brown Brown. I can't remember at this time. I'm going to send you all some seeds. The moonflowers, the okra, the French marigolds. Because I want you all to grow a lot of marigolds this year. Okay? All right. We're ready for the second question. Thank you, Barb, for putting that in there. Because I want you to put the third winner in there. And then all the moderators will be the fourth winners. This one, I promise myself I'm going to get all these seeds out this weekend. Now, you all ready to start typing? Thank you, Julia Anderson, for congratulating C. Thomas. What was Brian doing in the footage? What was Brian doing in the footage? Okay, y'all can stop. Because I already saw it. Oh, see, you can't win the second time. Don't be mad at me, C. Thomas. Well, I didn't say he could. Hey, Jen Baker. Ooh, I didn't say he couldn't win twice, and I'm just going to take it from him. That ain't right. So, the winner is C. Thomas, and I'm going to take two other winners, Jen Baker and Cotham Creations. Oh, man. I'm going to take Susie Polador, and I'm going to stop at Chimo's family. Mike, I'm sorry. Because you... But he said karate moves. He was typing fast. I'm going to take all of y'all. Mike Chaotic's Garden, Lorraine T, and Growing with Hudson said stop. So if somebody would put all of those people that said karate, I know Mike was writing the right thing. It auto-corrected. He got Karsati Mivis. I know it's karate moves. I'm gonna give it to everybody. The Lord put that on my heart. I'm gonna get seeds for everybody. You get seeds. You get seeds. You get seeds. Everybody getting seeds. That answered. Okay, now there was a question somebody threw in there. I love Susie's, and you won last week, so you'll get a nice little package, Susie. She put Brian with the karate moves with the yellow belt. One day I'm gonna have, can you plant ginger in the fall? No. Keisha Wiggins. The only way you can plant ginger in the fall is you can keep it in a greenhouse, or you can bring it inside your home in a container, or you can maintain at least 70 degrees. And by the way, ginger and the cousin turmeric are tropical plants. So my recommendation is you plant them in spring, late spring, early summer. Okay? And I have several videos on ginger and turmeric if you want to check out my playlist. Everybody email me with an address if I haven't sent you anything before. And somebody said something about okra. Something they were telling me about okra. Joanna P, that's awesome. I would like the okra seeds. Can't get any. I'm sorry, unless you're in one of my groups. I gotta put my foot down, Joanne. Because I don't have a lot of those, okay? Join one of the groups and get a thing by your name. And the next month, when I send other seeds out to any group, you can join at the lowest level if you want to for $2.99 a month. And you can cancel anytime you want. And then in October, I'll send you some okra seeds. You just got to remind me, okay? I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm kind of a sucker like that. I'm not a sucker. I just like to give. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's it. Everybody is going to get that one. This one, you're going to get marigold seeds, because I want you all to light it up with marigolds in your gardens this year. Okay? Well, next year. And I am on the computer today. I am usually silent if I'm not on my computer. It's too hard to type on those little keyboards laugh out loud. And I love Grandmama Grove saying, congratulations to all the winners. So all of my moderators, I got you. Just send me your address if you think I don't have your address. Because I'm rebuilding my file because I messed up. I didn't save that on my hard drive. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. God's gift to gardening. Thank you. Good night. Good night at home with Cherie. Good night, Joanna P. Good night, Yankee Sister. Good night, Mike. Good night, James Franklin. You were very helpful tonight. Thank you. Thank you, C. Thomas. Thank you, Julia Anderson. Thank you, Jen Baker. Chime Moss Farm. Lorraine T. Grandmama Grows, Duval City, Coppins Creation. Anybody I left out, good night, everybody. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. See you next week, and I hope to get that video put up tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody. Bye now.